If you have bursitis, the hospital usually recommends wearing soft slippers or custom insoles, or advises you to rest and avoid movement. Do soft shoes actually help?
First of all, when it comes to the foot, if bursitis or Morton's neuroma has already become acute, the priority is to get treatment at the hospital and take a rest. Usually, after about 1 or 2 weeks, most people can return to their daily activities to some extent, although there are some who may not. At this point, the issue of choosing the right shoes, which is often recommended, comes up. Specifically, the advice to wear soft cushioned shoes. To get straight to the point, I disagree with this recommendation. Let me explain why, by asking you a question in return. Before we even talk about cushioned shoes, think about being barefoot. In everyday life, what is a soft, cushioned environment for bare feet? It's like walking on a sandy beach, right? Have you ever walked on sand?
Right?
Was it comfortable and nice?
No.
What did it feel like?
First of all, your feet sink in and your body gets tired.
That's right, it's tough and it consumes a lot of energy. I gave that example to explain how, for us to feel a temporary sense of comfort and softness, if we want to have really cushy shoes, first of all, what do we need? The height has to be increased, right? Soft shoes need to have a certain height and a soft hardness to be truly cushy. And for them to be soft, the material itself has to be soft. At this point, we need to try to understand our bare feet. If you press down on your bare foot, pressing on the skin tissue, do you think your foot would feel as soft and cushy as those shoes? It doesn't. The hardness I'm talking about, the softness or hardness, refers to how hard it feels when you press on your foot. In fact, it shouldn't be any softer than this. Compared to this, the hardness should be about the same as when you press on your heel and feel the resistance of your skin tissue. And for stability, so that it doesn't collapse when you walk, it actually needs to be firmer than your skin tissue. If it's so soft that your finger sinks in easily, it becomes wobbly, which can cause you to lose your balance, potentially leading to secondary injuries or even falling. I am absolutely against that. Now, what was the next question? Was it about insoles?
The next question is about recommending custom insoles, but by any chance on this topic,
Any
to add to?
For example, let me approach this from a common sense perspective. I actually brought an example with me. I cut open the side of a shoe. What you see inside here is what we commonly call an insole, or in technical terms, an insole. Each manufacturer can make this insole to fit their shoes comfortably, and when they claim it's functional, what they usually mean is that it supports the entire three-dimensional part of the foot, especially the arch area. They often emphasize this support, and sometimes they put sponge in the heel to make it soft and cushioned. These are often referred to as custom insoles. From a functional perspective, custom means that it has been made to match the exact shape of my foot. That's the concept here. The issue is that with insoles, they claim to have made the insole to match the three-dimensional shape of my foot. And overall, they've made it soft and cushioned. Now, the problem when making this is that you actually need to go together with the shoes you're wearing so that the shoes and the insole can be customized together. But in this case, what did they match it to? They only matched it to my foot. The problem is, am I only going to wear this insole in one pair of shoes, or do I have several pairs of shoes? Most likely they made it to be multi-purpose. The doctor who customized the insole for me never even saw the shoes I own. How can you say this is the best custom insole? What kind of problems might arise when you put this in? When I buy shoes in my foot size, mine is 260 millimeters, I buy shoes that fit my 260 millimeter feet. But when you put this insole in, the basic problem is that the shoe size no longer fits. So the next thing people say is, choose shoes that are 1 or 2 sizes bigger and put the insole in. To someone who wears 260 millimeter shoes, it's basically telling them to wear 270 millimeter or 280 millimeter shoes. What kind of problems does that cause? Even if you fit the insole, in the end you have to go out and walk in those shoes. The secondary problems are even more serious. To keep them from slipping off, you have to tighten them, but even if you do, the shoes are still loose and don't fit your feet, so your feet move around inside the shoes. Because of that, your gait becomes strange and your posture changes as well. In fact, rather than helping with the fit for this issue, it actually causes more problems. That's an unreasonable condition. I get asked about this a lot, and this is what I usually say. Viewers might say that they understand my subjective opinion, but what I've been talking about so far is based on common sense rather than my personal views. In the end, common sense is the foundation. I wish I could have shared more positive things, but since the questions were a bit negative, I feel a bit regretful about that.
Lastly,